Hey YouTube, welcome back. Everybody seemed to get a kick out of the last chess react video I did where I reacted to my good friend Daniel's 190 ELO chess mastery. He has come back, I'm proud to say, with a video called The Best Bullet Chess Streak of Our Life. I'm very excited to see how this goes. His ELO is almost doubled from 190 to 290. I mean, don't think about it too hard. It's kind of almost doubled. Which puts him almost back at the level that chess.com puts you at for default if you say that you're an absolute beginner. But I believe in him. Let's figure out, let's see if he can actually get it done. I did watch a little bit of this last night, but I didn't see enough to form a full opinion yet.
Gentlemen, how many games of bullet chess can we win in a row? I'm gonna set a minimum 5 in a row. Chat doesn't believe we can do it. I know you believe we can do it. Here we go.
It's not fair, because on YouTube, yeah, you wouldn't have uploaded it if it was less than that. Okay, he's opening with F4, the bird opening, followed by B4. There's a lot to not like about this opening. Mostly the fact that it opens up this incredible diagonal that can be exploited, and then also like this incredible diagonal that can be exploited. This is a little, yeah, we'll call this the vampire opening because it's got twin fangs. But I gotta admit, it's got a nice little, like, it's a little off because the chessboard is 8 across, but it's got a nice little symmetry here right off the bat. I have no idea what his game plan is except move fast, but he is, so far so good. Okay, he's another thing that, and this video is going to be 2 hours long if I stop this constantly. But another Dan classic is doing pre-moves in the early game, despite not knowing what your opponent is going to do. And if you're playing bullet chess, I would really just advise not doing that until you get to the end game, because like what if he does something that like threatens a piece or something like that, right? Like you're gonna find yourself unable to react to, and it's move 3. It only takes like 1 second to figure it out anyway.
Not lose on time.
But something tells me he's gonna keep going. Okay, so that one he actually waited to see that the pawn would be covered, and then he still made the blunder, and then that pawn just gets taken. Okay, and then
he could have pawned us.
I don't know what he's talking about. What does he mean when he say he could have pawned us?
Too much time? We're ahead on time. That's good. We got time-icity.
He could have moved up. Okay, so he's blundered his knight, but look at this. An incredible... You thought it was merely a knight blunder, but after they take the knight, he has the queen and their knight forked. Absolutely beautiful. 900 IQ, making attacking and defensive moves simultaneously.
We got, look at that. He's burning clock.
He's making him think. It's a good strategy. It's a genuine strategy. Why is he thinking about moving that pawn instead of taking the knight? Okay, he can't even move the pawn because the bishop would have him in check. Who's burning clock now? Just take the knight, brother.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Just take the... Okay, you could also move...
I got you.
Okay, you could put the knight under even more pressure, I suppose, is another thing that you could do. There we go. He lost a rook to do it, but he finally took the piece.
We're gonna beat him on time here. A lot of
no big deal. He's a simple -9 right now with a little bit of a clock advantage.
The placement here. Worried about, like, we're getting placed.
I don't know if he knows what that means, but if you're worried about your positioning, one of the things I might suggest is not just moving before your opponent makes their moves. Just every piece on the board getting captured. But I think he actually will win on time.
Just stall.
This is a situation in which there are no good moves, in my opinion. But that's okay. Because I think he's literally just going to time them out. Oscar, you're making it too easy on him.
Oh, there's one, baby.
All right.
There's
one of the...
Let's keep it rolling.
One of the least deserved wins I've ever seen in my entire life, but something tells me that we're going to see a few more of those. All right, this time he's playing as the black pieces. E4, E5. It's almost a real opening. Okay, so now he's doing another patented Giesling strategy, which is just copy whatever your opponents do. A highly recommendable strategy in bullet, I suppose, if you don't know what you're doing. It's hard to make a major mistake if you just, you know, do exactly what your opponent does until they put you in checkmate, because it's kind of hard to mirror that one.
Get it? We gotta have a plan here. You gotta have a plan. What's the plan?
I look forward to hearing it.
You can take that. Take this.
Nothing wrong with
Take
this.
that. But don't. Ooh, I don't like.
To
this
just take the
plan.
bishop, man. You go.
Don't
Okay,
like
you
it.
got 2 pieces under threat now. That's
Move
that. It
there.
could be
I'll
worse.
get you there.
It could be
Move it
worse.
there.
He's still escalating.
Yeah,
You just take
I
the
like
bishop.
pre-jack
Just
this.
take. Hey, let's go. I didn't think he was going to be able to do it.
Take me.
This is actually kind
We're
of
even on
an
time
impressive
here.
game. He does a little rook lift. Take the. Let's go, dude. He resigned.
Let's go.
Oh, that deserved.
He resigned.
Actually
We are too
deserved
good.
win.
Setting the PB,
He won on
2
pure
in a
skill.
row. 2 in a row. We are too good. The Mandergen says enough is enough. You beat me. That's not enough. We want 5. We want 5. Gotta play the time game.
40% of the way there versus Roxy.
Belgium, best of luck to
214.
you.
Dan is a heavy favorite. He's got 100 extra elo here.
Burning some clock here.
Okay, they're
Ooh,
trying for
aggression. We got
the
that
simple
block down.
fool's mate or scholar's
We
mate.
got the blocks.
Puts a little threat out. Personally, I would have done knight to f6.
will
Take his
take
queen.
your
Just
blocks.
take,
We
dude.
will take
Come
your
on.
Queen hinted with a
And
side of
he's
check.
there's nothing to react to. There's no
I would like
criticism
know
to
how
offer.
You enjoy your check.
I think he's
you like it
reacting
written
like exactly
or in
the way he
digital
should
format?
react.
Okay, get the pieces in the middle. You never lose.
Good editing too. 200 IQ editing Andy. All right, they are basically contemplating whether or not they're going to resign. You know,
Okay with that?
no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. He did not see it.
man.
And then he sacrifices his
lines.
queen for the bishop anyway, which I think was what he was worried about happening. But because he got to do it on his own terms, then it's okay. All right, now he's
check.
sacrificed his bishop. But if he takes, okay, well, you know, again, I'm not trying to rag on him, but if you just walk it back a little bit here, you know, if the king takes the bishop, it's not good. But then if your knight takes this pawn, you get a rook. So you don't need to just, I mean, engage in this tomfoolery. Like, look at and especially you love a fork, right? This is almost a fork right here. It's like a spear. You're only hitting one thing, but it can't move.
Let's check.
He is still up by 2 points. All right, well, let's make that 1 point, probably.
Check, baby. Check, baby. Check,
I think
baby.
Dan falls victim sometimes to, like, a beginner
We
trap
got
of
a
thinking
good
that
lead
check
on
is, like,
time.
the
Good
strongest
lead on
move you
time.
could
That's
possibly
check. Take
muster. And case in point, he's actually making the enemy
Yeah.
king, like, one of the strongest pieces on the board.
Take that. That's a good move. Can't move there.
Just move it up one? Okay, I don't even know what happens here. Rarely do you see the enemy king cross the entire board.
Set it up. Set it up.
All right, so he's just going for a time victory
Here's
again.
the setup.
I wouldn't have... There's no point in even criticizing it. Yeah, the king's just going to take the rook. Wait, hold on. There's no way this guy said that's checkmate.
Set up. Checkmate, baby! It's not checkmate.
It's actually kind of a clever move. Because he thinks, like, by moving up, this will be check, and then it would be mate, but this thing's no longer protected by the bishop. But it's, you know, I give him points for the discovered check. That's a, you know, like an intermediate level technique there. You kind of got to back this up. I mean, if he just moved this over a little bit, sure. But anyway, that would have been a really impressive checkmate if he moved the rook first.
It's not checkmate.
Time's done anyway. Yeah,
That's
nothing
3
to
in a
worry
row.
about.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. That's 3 in a row.
He's now, what, his
3 in a
rating's
row.
310.
So we made
It's like the
4,
road to
set the
400,
new
which
PB,
again, I'm pretty sure is where you
310
start.
Rover money.
Okay, F4, like I have to F4 is like not, as far as I remember at least, it's not the worst opening. I mean, like G4 is technically worse, and I think so is like H4 and A4. But it's pretty scary. Like this is, well, I mean, it's Bird's opening, and the most famous Bird played basketball. So I think that tells you everything you need to know about its merits as a chess opening.
Australia, best of luck to you, big guy.
It's like the 6th most popular opening. I could honestly see that, but like E4 is like 48% of games, and then D4 is like 40, and then C4 is like 16 or something like that, and then everything else is like just a little sliver, just shaving the foam off the top. But anyway, I like it in Bullet. Maybe he's putting people on the back foot right off the get-go.
Don't push me here. Thank you.
I have no
me
idea.
there, I'll push you
Once
back.
you get into this and you see that there's no name
wanna
for the
castle?
strategy that you're on, you know it's
put
it's
you
an
in
interesting
check.
one. All right, so this you know, we're not going to apply too advanced of characteristics to this, but let's look at this. Okay, Dan does F4 on move 1, then knight to F3, then knight to G5, then he moves a move 4. He moves another pawn. I guess it's so that he can have his knight here without being captured. And then he uses his knight to capture. In 6 moves, he has moved his one knight 4 times, only to sacrifice it. His opponent, on the other hand, has developed a bishop. Their other bishop has the ability to leave, and they've castled. After this bishop takes, Daniel has effectively moved 2 pieces total. It's to call this slow would be an insult to molasses.
How do you like your checks?
But he
Your
did put him in
balances or no
check.
balances?
He did put him in check.
Open up the middle. You can never lose. Here we go. I like that. Take it.
No hesitation. To be fair, in Bullet, you probably want no hesitation, but he just
Our whole left
doesn't
side is
even
not
ponder
touched
not
yet.
taken.
Wait
He's
till
like,
we
as
get
soon
to
as
touch
it's there, we're going for it. You got to respect it. All
Here's the
right.
next look. We're
One of
killing
the
them
things
on
I
time.
ask myself when I
Killing
watch these
them
games sometimes is
on
like,
that
does Dan
lyrical
have a
stuff.
plan
Mayonnaise-colored
beyond just
push.
timing out the opponent?
Say goodbye to
The
your
vast
castle.
majority of
Your
the time, the
castle's
answer
getting
is no,
crumpled
I
up
think.
in the
But
deep water.
I got to admit, he's getting a little bit
I
better.
don't want to count our chickens, but we're coming for you.
You know
You're
what?
Jaime
Actually, a pretty
Lannister?
interesting move.
Forget about it.
Put the rook under
It's ours
threat.
now.
I would probably try to close up the
ours
center
now.
here. Maybe, sure. Maybe, why not, you know?
That's 4 in a row, baby. That's 4 in a row. That's 4.
All I want to see out of Dan is like a single
Keep it
checkmate
going.
victory.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
If I could see a
This is
checkmate
what we're
victory,
after.
I would
5 in a row. 5 in a row.
I would be more
We have
polite than I've
Morris
ever been
Dancer
before with
from the
respect to
UK.
Daniel's chess.
We can go T to T here.
Okay, so he's going
T.
symmetrical strats for the start. The Briar's Gambit.
Press them.
Sure, okay.
Okay, we're behind on the
Look,
count
it's
here.
you have to pick your battles when you're watching this, you know. There's a lot of things you could criticize, but like how far do you want to go into it? Like, would F3 be what I would operate in this situation? No, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Stockfish is going to say that it's the best possible choice, but you know, I think you got to recognize this isn't the sort of thing we want to nitpick right here,
You fall
given
back.
what we're going to see later. Okay,
Check, huh?
I think that's a great move. Stop the check.
Because they can keep swapping.
And then it's beautiful. Honestly, nothing wrong with that.
It's okay.
And now you find yourself up by a
We
piece
had the
already.
battle
And now you
strats.
got double attack on that pawn in
You
the
have
center.
The battle strats. You got the strats. I'll bring it up.
All right, that's a Dan classic. Trying to starting to think he's doing it on purpose.
Take that all day.
He's not, but now
We're
he's got their
taking
queen.
trades left, we're taking
Now he's got their
trades right.
queen. The game's over. Ooh. It just gives you a little heart attack every time.
Safe.
Okay,
They're
sure,
way ahead
sure.
on time. We got to start pre-jacking. We gotta
Have to start
pre-jacking a little bit
pre-jacking is kind of so pre-jacking for anybody that's not familiar
pre-jacking.
with Dan's parlance is just just block the check, take the bishop, man. Block the
We could
check,
lose
take the
this one if
bishop.
we're not careful.
Pre-jacking is entering a
Maybe- I
pre-move,
think
so
we're
you
close
make your
to a
move
check, though.
instantly
We can box
without
them in there. How do we
looking
get
at what
there
your
as fast
opponent
as
did in the
humanly
first place.
possible?
I don't think you have to pre-jack
Too
in.
slow,
Oh
we gave
my
it up,
god,
man.
just placed it right in front of the rook, but I don't think
Now
you have to
it's pre-jack
pre-jack
city.
in Bullet. What you could do instead is try to threaten the checkmate,
Pre-jack city.
and as a
We
result
got to win
of
this
that,
on our merits now.
you know, you could win faster than timing them out. To be honest, if you have a good attack.
Oh, our move.
Also, probably not a good strategy to not even know whether or not it's your move, but he's tied on time. They're tied on material. He tried to move the opponent's king? And
on,
then just
pre-jack there.
sacrificed his
Quick
bishop for
pre-jack.
no reason?
Quick
Hold on,
pre-jack.
hold on. I kind of just glossed over that. Let's walk through this sequence here very quickly.
Our move.
Okay, so he does this for presumably no reason. He threatens the rook, which leads to a fork, which is fine. It happens all the time. Then he does nothing. And then he tries to move the opponent's king to capture the opponent's rook. I don't understand. But if you could actually execute that strategy, it would be unbeaten. All right, then he decides, you know what? Just take their pawn with my bishop for no reason. He's down a lot of material. This is actually a great move. I don't know about that one. Like
That's 5 in a row. That's 5
5?
in a row.
Okay, I do need to talk about this as well. Again, I'm not trying to like punch down, but you look at this sometimes and you'll be like, hey, 5 blunders. That's like not so bad. Like that happens all the time. Yeah, but like it's a 15 move game, which really means that there was, on any given move, there was like a 1 in 3 chance that he made a move that was considered by the computer to be absolutely terrible. Maybe close to the worst move available on the board. And then, yeah, it doesn't even include trying to use the enemy king to capture their own rook, as if the enemy king moved like a knight. But I gotta admit, that's 4 in a row.
All right, here we go.
He's going for 5 in a row now.
Scribble knots.
He's, oh, dude, whoa, okay. There's something you gotta respect about Dan. He doesn't just play the bird opening. He's very confident in the bird opening. He has his own aviary, but every once in a while he likes to when the money's on the line, when he's going for his 5th win in a row, he says, "Let's get serious and do a real opening."
Tia.
Very, very classic opening here. The Shigoran variation. Totally fine, I think.
Swap.
The Blackmar Deemer Gambit.
Winning the time bet. This is not about moving pieces. It's about speed.
Okay.
About blocking.
He loves F3 and
That's
F6, huh?
It's about more blocks.
Kind of weird, but not necessarily bad.
Take it. We're coming for you.
I mean, at 300 elo.
Wow, we're up. On
He can't lose.
So much
he can't lose. It really makes you wonder, though, like what's up with his opponents that just feed him clock over and over. And I guess the answer is
killing him on time, man.
They're at 287 elo overall. Dude, just move the pawn. D5. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. You hate to see it. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
That's the sucker's bet right there. Killing him on time.
What are you gonna do?
We cannot get trapped.
Okay. Dude, he bong clouded. Can you believe it? King E2, the most powerful move in all of chess. Okay, he's in check. This is where you burn a lot of time sometimes. Good block with the bishop. Opponent doesn't really do all that much.
Come on, this could be
Dan offers him a pawn for free just out of respect, just out of a mutual level of respect. Then he challenges the bishop. You know what? It's looking pretty good. His opponent only has 2 seconds left.
That's 7 in a row. 6. Okay.
That was good. Oh, it's 6 in a row. I thought he was going for 5.
Frag from Italy. Best of luck to you, buddy.
Now, there's someone with a 392 elo.
No one's business. Take that. You won't.
Interesting. The Nimzowitsch defense.
It's not legal.
Okay, you know what? He didn't end up doing it, so I'm not mad. But look at where this man's head is at, okay?
Business. Take that.
2, knight to c3. Reinforce that e4 pawn. Move 3. He attempts pawn from b2 to b5. Not a legal move, but you absolutely have to respect the audacity. You're watching a dreamer. You're watching a man who's not afraid to set his sights on the moon. So even if he misses, he lands amongst the stars. Although I will say, I do wonder sometimes if Dan wouldn't be the guy at, like a middle school chess tournament that would actually try this move. And then if his opponent noticed that it's illegal, he would be like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't know." I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying that I encountered some people like that in my middle school tournaments. Maybe try to move the light squared bishop to capture a dark squared piece, and then when you're like, that's your light squared bishop, they're like, "Oh, my mistake. I'm on to you." Interesting. Develop that king side. Even further, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I kind of like Dan's position here. I think that's fine. That looks pretty good. And
Ducky dunk,
bishop to
ducky dunk.
c4,
Press
queen
him.
to f3, and
We're
go
gonna
for that
open it up
classic
for the
mate.
white bishop to slide into the
Oh.
DMs. Or that.
Dude, the editing is so good.
Here's the
All right,
next
he's
pre-jack
already
right
made
here.
them blunder
We're
a
even
piece.
on time. We gotta watch that.
Look at that. Look at how developed he is compared to the
Watch
opponent.
this
His
move.
opponent's
We're
done
gonna
nothing.
slide this up, then this
They're
one.
10 seconds down
Okay
on
with
time.
that.
They move their queen for reasons unbeknownst. That's
That
an
opens
interesting
us up. We
attempt.
Can't do that.
What are you gonna do? Oh, that freaked me out.
Go for it. Jerk. Okay, we're behind on time now. Oh, no.
He's behind on time. He's behind on time and material.
Oh no.
There's no way he could possibly get himself out of this one.
Fight,
Except the
fight,
check
fight,
into the
yeah.
incredible fork. Oh, Daniel. Daniel. It's your favorite move in the game. It's right there. Knight from a7 to c6. Look at this. It's not just a fork. It's like a trifork. Check, rook, and queen. It's a beautiful fork. I thought you loved looking for the forks. I mean, to be fair, you're at 15 seconds, but still.
Dunky, 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 dunk. Press him.
Okay, it could be worse.
We're in trouble here. We're gonna have to really
That's a bit of
get
an
our aces in the
understatement,
hole
but
here.
all right, interesting move. Definitely. Okay, this,
We gotta
you
move,
know,
we gotta go,
probably
we gotta
bishop
go.
might have been a little stronger, but that's, so you gotta take the queen! You just take the queen!
Now we pre-jack.
Oh my god. How, there's no way,
pre-jacking,
right?
more
With 4
pre-jacking.
seconds left? Oh, okay, I guess if he goes 20 moves in the future,
How is
maybe?
that not pre-jacked?
Oh my god, the time advantage is coming
We
back.
gotta get a check here.
I actually think he's right. I think if he puts him in check, he'll win. Oh my god.
Let's go!
I don't
Let's
believe
go!
it.
Let's go! 7 in a
A
row.
lot of chess
7 in
grandmasters,
a row. That was
they think like 20 moves in the future. Only a 290 elo could actually play 20 moves in the future.
man, that one got the blood pumping a little bit. Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. That one, we shouldn't have won that one, but I'm glad we did. Lucas.
Who's gonna tell him?
from
418
our biggest
elo,
challenge
okay.
yet.
D4,
Oh, dude,
he
I'm
does the
bogged out
Minkus defense. I didn't even notice. I've never even seen this before. The Mechanis defense. Minkus. I've always wondered, so I mean, this is probably not the right time to study it, but, you know, okay, 1d4, knight to c6. What do you do if they do d5? How do you follow this up? Knight to b4, knight to c3, and then you're like, oh crap, I don't know. Let's find out.
Cavity right now.
Okay, you don't have to worry about it. He reinforced his pawn and blocked his knight in for
Don't take it. You take
reasons
it.
that I
It's
could only
trouble.
understand if I were at 418.
All right, 7 in a row. Come on, Daddy-o.
Okay, well,
Don't
you know
worry
what?
about where
He's
we're
the
going,
knight's
worry
getting
about
the
where we are,
workout,
the
that's
6
for sure.
inches in front of us.
He's going for the dude, the check actually.
That's
Queen
a fork, baby.
Queen to
Not a
a5
fork.
is
Don't
so
see it,
good.
Don't see it.
Oh,
Don't see it. Don't see it. Don't see it. You saw it? Man, we're giving him the eats right now.
just take the
Oh, we
bishop,
gave
man.
him so many eats. And now we're boxed in.
Oh, that's so good. The editing in this one is really
We're
it's
beating him
it's
on
taking
time,
it to
though.
the
That's
next
that's
level.
counts.
Dude, you got to do queen to
Okay.
a4 check. Okay, I mean, it's much worse, but that's okay. Queen to h4 check, I should say, is so good.
Send him. That's good send. That's great send.
If
right
you
now. This is
if
how
you
we
have a
take control
piece
right
that
here.
Dan can take,
We take control.
100% he's gonna take it. It's like Bart Simpson.
Pulling him up.
Poor Bart
See the
always
next big
throws
brain?
rock.
Right there. We're coming for you, Daddy-o.
Good old rock
Send
never
in
fails
the
me.
Cersei's. She
He's
knows,
playing
dude,
on
you better-
pure animal instinct.
410 ELO. Are you kidding me?
Oh, he's gonna
418?
win. There's no
Say
question.
goodnight.
He doesn't look. It's not even chess. Like I know I'm being a
And
gatekeeper.
That's a W.
He's not even moving. He's not even thinking about the moves. He's just moving as fast as he can. And he's got 8 wins in a row.
You could be 10 and 0. We gotta be 9 and 0. Here we go. Here we go.
It's absurd.
Who do we got? Cam Bruel.
It offends my sensibilities. Okay. E4 and E5. Okay, he's going for the cheeky
From-
mate.
The UK. Uh-oh, I don't like this. Don't like it, but we'll mirror it.
Dude, what if he takes C7? Oh, okay. It's you know, Cam.
I think we had a good defense.
New players
Cersei
love
there.
to move the
You gotta
queen.
get out.
It's just that simple.
That's good Cersei defense.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Some of these moves, they're not. It's not all befuddles.
That's not how. Why? Like, I'm not even gonna pause, but it doesn't do anything.
I'll swap queens. We got time.
So much thinking, and then the moves don't.
Swap.
There's no purpose to
You
them.
lose.
Okay, you gotta.
Going in for something I'm not about right now. I'm not about. I
The
don't know what he's
music
got
is so
planned
extra,
here, but he's got
too.
Check, and we could be in some serious trouble.
He's so worried about check. It's always. What is
Sometimes you
this,
just gotta throw
dude?
him a bone there.
Okay, look. I'm really trying. I really am not being nitpicky like, oh, you're missing positional advantages and stuff like this. So like if we just walk it back one move, this is the kind of move that just makes you upset, right? Like, first off, I don't necessarily expect him to see, like, if the knight goes here now, he's forked. He's going to lose the rook because he can't take with the queen, or their queen will take him. But what on earth is bishop to e2? I just don't understand. And this is 8 wins in a row. Like, could you make a worse move? And more, like, I know people are going to be like, well, he just wants to move fast. That's fine, but like,
here, but he's got
just
check.
give it a
We
1,
could be in some serious
2,
trouble.
3, 4, 5. Like, he used a 12th of his time just to make the worst move on the board. Like, this is one. It's just one of those situations where, like, I feel like if you just, you know, moved extremely quickly, but with like somewhat safer moves, you'd do a lot better. I guess technically there are worse moves. Like, yeah, queen to c7 is pretty bad. Queen to e5 is pretty bad. Queen to a4 is pretty bad. But I mean, this is it's down there. Let's put it that way.
Sometimes you just got to throw.
But have I won 8 games in a row? No, I've not. At least not for a long time. Okay, well, he did save his rook. I can't believe his bishop's just chilling there too. And these, of course,
here.
I mean, just this part of the board does not exist to either player right now. They're like, we just don't care.
That was our play. The win streak is on the line right now.
If the queen's down here, that's where my eyes are too.
Give him the heater.
That's the triple digit motto.
Man, time is close. Ooh.
Oh, the fork, dude. You got a beautiful fork that wouldn't work because you would just get put in check anyway. But I know you love the forks. Okay,
well, we're gonna have to
he's
stall
slightly up on time. He's down by 18 points of material. There should be no world in which this turns into a win.
We're in trouble. Finish him.
Just throwing bodies in front of it. Oh my god. There's no way, dude. Like, it's such an easy mate. Come on. I'm not rooting for him to lose. I'm just surprised. Like,
let's go. One more.
How are you tied on time and you've got a 20-point advantage and you lose on time? Even if you blundered your queen by moving too fast, you would be up on time and end on material.
From Norway, best of luck to you,
right.
Frodo.
He's going for 10 wins in a row. A safe move. I like it. The Vienna. He loves F4,
I'm okay with
man.
that. I like that. We're a
He
little
spends
behind
like
on
2
the
seconds
times.
trying to do F4 every game.
We'll take him. That's fork.
Classic fork. Hold on. I'm not letting him just get away with these. I know what it's like when you're streaming, okay? You know, you say things that sometimes don't make any sense.
I'm okay with that. I like that. We're a little behind on the times. We'll take.
What's forked? Like, I don't think the take is horrible. But he's got the king and 2 pawns that are both protected. That's the fork. That's not even chopsticks.
Take him. That's fork.
I just don't... The confidence with which he says it. That's fork. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. There's no way. This is like your classic middle school loss. You tunnel vision on something else. You've given up the classic queen to F2 checkmate.
I don't like that they got both of these out. I'm a little... No, 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 no. No! 9-0.
Can I also, and again, this is not meant to be so rude, but it took 10 games to see a single checkmate. It really puts it into perspective. There were 9 timeout victories and a checkmate loss. I mean, he still did. He went 9-1 no matter what. If you could have a strategy that would win 90% of your games, you would be the best chess player of all time. So, okay, and one resignation. That's fair.
Smurf account. We'll take it. Well, we set the record. Want to catch up on the Dan Giesling show?
I do want to catch up on the Dan Giesling show. It's actually what I love about it even more here. I just want to go back because it's so that's like Scholar's Mate, right? Is the also known as the Queen Bishop, depending on the colloquial circles you grew up in. But what's even better is that this isn't like Scholar's Mate, because with Scholar's Mate, usually like white moves their queen to F3 and then bishop to C4 to try to get a checkmate here. This is actually like a forced Scholar's Mate, because Dan gave him, and I mean, it's a little bit too advanced, but Dan actually gave him
We're a little behind on the times.
The development of the queen with this, which isn't that bad as long as you don't let the mate happen. But it's like his opponent was like, let's play a normal game of chess. And then as soon as Dan took the knight on F6, his opponent was like, I mean, I guess if you're just gonna give it to me, I suppose I'll take it. And then, wouldn't you know, like 45 seconds later, this is what you get. But anyway, as always, it's a funny way to end the video, but Dan, no disrespect, he always goes out there, he tries his best, and this time it went very well. I mean, he won 9 games in a row, and did he deserve to win them? Yeah, even though I said no, he won on time, and when you're playing Bullet, that's how Bullet goes. A win on time is just as good as a win by checkmate, at least, in the eyes of the ELO machine. Now, that's probably also why I wouldn't recommend playing a lot of Bullet if you're also trying to, learn how to be good at chess. If you're trying to learn how to be good at making non-losing moves as quickly as possible, then sure, more power to you. But Dan, his ascent to a 1,000 ELO Bullet player, I think is well underway. But for now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, watch Dan's original video. Check out his other chess content. I will link to that in the video description. And of course, thanks for watching. The last video was a big success thanks to your support. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Appreciate all your support. Subscribe if you want to see more chess content in the future, and I'll see you next time. See ya!